Hey YouTube, StickGuy187 back again with another review. As you can tell, this is the same shirt, same day, same thunderclouds rolling in as the Smith & Wesson Bush Hog. Just checked the weather report. It's probably going to hold off for another hour, so I figured I might as well film another review for you guys, get that out of the way, clean up some of the cut carriganas, and head inside for dinner. But yeah, anyways, today's review is going to be on Gold Steel Bowie Bushman. Again, I'm not going to have the specs for you. I'm going to put the specs in the description below. I got the Bowie style, whatever you want to call it. I call it Jim. He's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim. And of course for Jim Bowie. Anyways, Bowie Bushman. Got the new one, the SK one, that comes with the Secure X sheath. Gotta admit, I kind of like it. It definitely holds a knife securely. If I've already posted my first impressions video, you'll see that I'm a little concerned when it sits on my belt. Yes, I'm holding paper. I'll do a cut test. This comes out. I'll put it on my belt in a second. Well, hell, put it on the belt right now. I'm just using my pants belt. The sheath springs apart a little bit, and it's got this little U that secures to your pants. Fits standard regular belts. It also fits, I've got a UTG tactical belt, just the standard wide web design that I use for field stuff, and that I've got my holsters to sit on. This secures on it. It's just a little bit small, so you have to kind of snug it in a little bit. But let's do a cut test. I haven't sharpened this. I sharpened the Bush Hog. I had sharpened pretty much everything else you saw. This is how it came out of the box, plus or minus, you know, a little bit of work around the farm, and some throw tests. Oh, damn. Sharp. Do you really need to see more than that? Well, as you can see, I've kind of done some modifications to this one, but it doesn't look the same. Well, I don't like that metal no grip, so I wrapped it in hockey tape. I think Wilson's wrap would be too aggressive on it. Not necessarily grip-wise, but when you're securing it in the sheath, I don't know if you guys can see inside the sheath, but you see there's two little bits. Well, that secures against right here, holds the knife in the sheath. That's why, when it's on your belt, you have to pull away, freeze it up from those two little things, and you can get the knife out. Well, Wilson wrap is too thick. I'd basically have to stop right here and just hope that I'm not going to tear the crap out of the Wilson wrap. So hockey tape I found was a better compromise. Excuse me, hiccups. You know, this thing's pretty much the standard cold steel setup. It's designed so that you can stick it onto a limb or a tree branch or something like that, and you've got yourself the spear, just like a Bushman. But just like every other hollow handle knife, you want to stuff something inside of it, and I found I wanted to secure it in there with something other than just tape. So this is a chair glide, actually. You also see them at caps for, well, in this case it's 1.25 inch tube cap. We had a whole bunch of these left over from one of the companies I worked for. But you can go down and pick these up at, you know, some of your local hardware stores. Casterland down at Edmonton had it. It was like 30 cents. And you'll notice the little nub on there. That's the screw to secure this through this hole here. Yes, I taped it up and cut it open. Onto the head of whatever you're going to attach it to, so that the head doesn't slide down and it doesn't pop off. But it has an added little bit. The reason it's on here is I want to get this off in a hurry. I can just wiggle it back and forth using this underneath my nails, and I can pull it straight out. It's a stainless steel screw in this case, just because, you know, I'm in the bush. I don't want it to rust. Two different metals, the rust. This is, I think, 1055 high carbon steel. Stainless steel is not really going to, you know, interact with it. So, all right, that was in there tight. Just a quick little fire kit in there. I've got 9 strike-all matches and 2 OB Ultra Absorbency tampons wrapped in saran wrap to keep them watertight. And like they just fit right inside there. Fairly snug fit. They get popped in place with this. I've trimmed, there's 2 fins, that fin and this fin. Trimmed the bottom fin off to make it easier to put this thing back in, because it's not necessarily that you're going to use all of your fire tinder or all your matches all at once, right? So you want a chance to re-secure it. Pop it back in, slap it down. Yeah, one of the added bonuses, now I'll admit I'm kind of a noob when it comes to fire steels and stuff like that, but one of the added bonuses was the SecureX sheath came with a ferro rod. Didn't come with a striker, and you cannot strike off the spine of this knife to save your life, which would be the purpose of something like this, I think. And I don't know about you, but I will not strike off this unless it's dire. But it's coated, not to mention it's kind of ground over, so. But one of the things I did, keep taking the sheath off, put it on. Eventually my pants are going to fall off. Laughter, laughter. I didn't like just the fact that it was one tiny little thing holding the only thing that might keep me alive in a survival situation in. So I just got some 3/16 shot cord, cut about 6 inches of it, and now it secures it in place. Yes, I did get the idea from Chris at Prepared Mind. I'm going to give him credit for that. I haven't seen this anywhere on YouTube yet. I've only seen about 100 videos for this. I didn't see this on YouTube. I saw people stick corks and stuff like that in there. It's kind of cool. Oh, one thing. Should have mentioned this. Oh, and this is easier to get off when the knife is out of its sheath. This actually floats even with the hole in it. So once I actually get some bank line, maybe a fish hook or something like that in here, this will work as a float if I've just cut a branch and set it out in a lake or something like that, you know, worm, snail, something like that on it, or just any sort of survival situation. It'll work as a float. So it's kind of nice little bonus. I mean, the knife itself is pretty cool. I'm going to show you the ferro rod right now. I really hate the fact that I've been copying Chris from Prepared Mind so much. I went down to Lowe's and I picked up a carbide sharpener to work on the M48 Hawk, because it's a really soft steel and you can just scrape in the proper angle. We picked this up in the Fisker's axe sharpener, and I get home and I'm like, okay, well, let's see how it works with a ferro rod. And as I'm doing it, I've got YouTube playing in the background, and I see Chris, and not only does he have one of these, he's got the exact same damn model. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to, you know, steal his stuff, but gets nice fat sparks off of it. And I've actually been using this thing to sharpen tools around here all day. A whole bunch of pruning gear and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's an added bonus. That carbide sharpener will be in my survival kit. Not only because I can use it to sharpen these in a pinch, but yeah, because it strikes really nice steel. Or really nice spark off the ferro rod. So, blah 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 blah. You guys want to see me use it as a spear, and you guys want to see me hack at the Caragana behind me. So let's do that. I've already chopped down the big piece of Caragana. Let's see if I've got another big piece I can get at without taking my eyes out. Let me see. Turn this a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see the other one, but there's another big piece of Caragana right behind it, about 3/4 of an inch thick. So, get that other piece out of there. See about getting this 3/4 of an inch piece out. one of the other things, with those OB tampons and matches in there, I find the balance of this thing is a little bit better. Before it was not necessarily blade heavy, but it was really light and had a weird balance point. Right now, balance point is right there, so feels much better in the hand. Well, I mean, yes, I'm twisting it rather than chopping it, but get rid of this bark. Really green wood. Really, really green wood. That actually didn't really take much. It's a big piece of carragana. Really, really green wood. Damn, is this stuff's green. There we go. Get that out of the way. Yes, I'm going to make the spear. Well, I mean, you see right there, it processed it just fine. See about, I mean, I won't be able to strip green bark the spine of this thing, but let's see. I'm going to do mods to this thing. I would like a thumb ramp or some jimping here. I had a piece of hockey tape here. Putting it in and out of the sheath, the hockey tape just curled right off, so it didn't really matter. And I think I want to put in a notch so I can strike a spark off that ferro rod. But as it stands, you guys don't care. So let's process this so I can stick it on here. And do a spear. Yay, spear. That's all anyone really cares about. Crazy guy with his spear. Not crazy, my mother had me test it. No, she didn't, and I probably am. Oh, better not lose my tampons. I'm gonna get hate mail just for that one comment. Okay, well that's just pressure fit. And, yeah, all you want hate mail. I don't know. Let's see. The only downside with using a screw rather than a nail, I can pound the nail in with a rock. The screw, part of my survival kit is a multi-tool, but I don't feel like pulling it out and doing a screw for right now. So let's just see. I mean, Lynn Thompson did a cut test with this, but I sincerely doubt I'm going to get anything close to his stuff. He's been studying martial arts for how many years and pays how much money to do it? Yeah, that was pathetic. And yet that one wasn't. I suck with a spear, by the way. I'm much better with knives, swords, and blunt objects. But, nice clean cut. Oh, that was, actually impressive. Yeah. I like this thing. I got to admit, it's kind of a cool little bushcrafty knife. Let's just call it bushcrafty. I think it's probably one of the better bushcraft knives. I'm going to have to clean it off because 1055 is pretty prone to rusting. I don't even know if I'm in frame. But the sheath itself, I've been wearing it all day, and I'm out at the farm doing eaves troughs, riding the tractor, fixing the mower, doing a bunch of different stuff. Riding the Polaris, the sit-on side-by-side, not the quad. And, I mean, it's kind of, the sheath kind of gets in the way a little bit. I mean, it doesn't move very much. With a secure sheath like this, a secure axe or a kite axe, I'd rather it have a little lanyard at the top so it can swing a little bit. Secure it to my leg, something like that. But, I mean, processed a fairly big piece of wood. I could chop this down for you guys, but you probably don't really want to see me do that. Apparently the cardigan is covered in bugs, because I am now too. I mean, I like the fact that it's got the hollow handle, but it's not a cheap little 1980s Rambo, you know, gonna fall apart the first time you baton a piece of wood or stick it into something or anything like that. I mean, I had one of those survival knives. The bottle opener was the most useful part. The serrations on the back end were completely and utterly useless. Trade does a hollow handle. I'd love to pick up one of those. They're fairly expensive, and I can't seem to find a supplier other than Amazon, and they're expensive on Amazon. So, I don't know, maybe I'll see if one of my suppliers is willing to send me one to T&E. But this, I find, is probably one of the more practical ones. Like I said, you can actually stuff a decent amount of stuff in here. Those two OBs will probably get you, if you do them right, each OB tampon should get you about 4 fires. If you've got your tinder and everything and your kindling set up right quick, you can get about 4 fires out of one of the ultra absorbency ones. If you put oil or something like that in them, you can get probably 5 fires out of each one safely. So that's 8 fires, and I got 9 matches to start other fires using a grass nest, bird's nest, or something like that. So, you know, I've got, now I have to do math, 17 fires in my knife, along with the ferro rod to, you know, keep going. I'm starting to ramble, so it's getting a little bit cold, a little bit dark, and there's just the occasional rumble of thunder. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I honestly don't know if you can hear me at this point. Talking so long, I'm losing my voice. Anyways, I will leave you be. Thanks so much for watching my video, guys. This one kind of got rambling. We'll see if I reshoot it or not. Anyways, until next time, I'm StickGuy187. Stay sharp. Shouldn't move until the camera's ready to stop.